The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Part 1, The Disgraced and the Damned. Based on the novel by Stieg Larsson. On a freezing December morning in Stockholm, a journalist walks out of a courthouse and into ruin. His name is Mikael Blomkvist. 3 years of investigative work, his career-defining exposé against billionaire Hans-Erik Wennerström, just collapsed in a single verdict. The judge ruled against him so brutally it ended his career on the spot. The media brands him Kalle Blomkvist, a mocking nod to a fictional boy detective. The nickname sticks. He walks past the reporters, smiling through the shame, and goes home to tell his business partner he's stepping down. He needs to disappear. Let the dust settle. That evening, at Millennium Magazine's offices, the mood is funeral quiet. Erika Berger, his business partner and editor-in-chief, is furious about the verdict but trying to hold things together. Blomkvist tells her he's stepping down from the magazine. He needs to disappear for a while. Go somewhere quiet. He has no idea that the dust is about to become a hurricane. A few days later, a letter arrives from a retired lawyer named Dirch Frode. The employer is Henrik Vanger. 82 years old. Former CEO of the Vanger Corporation, one of the oldest industrial empires in Swedish history. And Henrik Vanger is consumed by an obsession that has eaten away at him for 4 decades. In 1966, his beloved niece Harriet disappeared. She was 16. No body. No blood. No trail. The police searched for years and found nothing. But every year, on Henrik's birthday, an anonymous package arrives. Inside, a single pressed flower, framed in glass. Harriet used to press flowers. Someone has been sending these for 40 years, taunting him. Henrik slides a photograph across the table. Harriet's face, young, bright, smiling. The last known photo of her alive, taken at the annual Children's Day parade on Hedeby Island, the family's private compound. I want you to find out who killed my niece. 3 million kroner. 6 months. A cabin on the island. Full access to the family archives. Blomkvist takes the job. He arrives on Hedeby Island in the dead of winter, and it immediately feels wrong. Snow-covered forests. A frozen harbor. Old stone buildings huddled against the cold. This is a community bound together not by love, but by blood, money, and secrets. Some family members are friendly. Most are cold. A few are openly hostile. Henrik gives him thousands of pages of police files. Blomkvist buries himself in them. Then Henrik gives him something else, the parade photographs. Multiple cameras, multiple angles. Blomkvist studies them for days. And then he sees it. In one photograph, Harriet isn't watching the floats. Her face is turned slightly upward, toward the street above. And her expression is not wonder or joy. It is pure, absolute, paralyzed terror. She sees someone coming toward her. Someone who makes her vanish 48 hours later. Blomkvist finds more. A figure on the street above where Harriet stood. Male. Blurred. Almost invisible. Someone was watching her. Following her. Someone in the Vanger family killed her. And for 40 years, they've been sending Henrik flowers to prove they got away with it. Then Blomkvist finds something worse. A cryptic notation, a series of names and numbers that Harriet wrote in a notebook before she disappeared. Working backward, he uncovers a pattern stretching to the 1940s. Young women connected to the Vanger family. Assaulted, murdered, or vanished. The gaps between killings shrink. The killer is accelerating. But Harriet's list doesn't stop at her own disappearance. The numbers after her name correspond to years that hadn't happened yet. Each one matches another dead woman. Harriet Vanger wasn't just a victim. She was tracking a serial killer. And then the killer found her. Blomkvist sits alone in his cabin, surrounded by police files, and realizes the true scope. This isn't a cold case. This is a family harboring a murderer for the better part of a century. He picks up the phone and calls Dirch Frode. "I need help. Someone very, very good." Frode makes a call to Dragan Armansky at Milton Security, a private intelligence firm in Stockholm. Armansky thinks for a moment, then says, "I have someone. But you need to understand, she's unusual. Her name is Lisbeth Salander. 24 years old. The most talented researcher he has ever employed. She can hack into virtually any computer system on Earth. She has a photographic memory. She notices patterns and connections that everyone else misses. And she operates with a cold, methodical precision that borders on frightening. But Lisbeth has a problem. The state has declared her legally incompetent. A court-appointed guardian controls her finances. Her current guardian, Holger Palmgren, treats her with respect. He's one of the few people in her life who does. Then Palmgren suffers a stroke. Everything changes. He's replaced by a man named Nils German. German is controlling, condescending, and hiding something dark behind his bureaucratic smile. He demands that Lisbeth perform sexual favors in exchange for basic financial freedoms. Lisbeth Salander always does something about her problems. What she did to German will make your jaw drop. But that's a story for later. For now, all you need to know is this: there is a girl in Stockholm who is wounded, furious, brilliant, and utterly alone. Lisbeth Salander arrives on Hedeby Island like a cold wind. All 5 feet of her, wrapped in black leather, dragon tattoo hidden under her jacket. Blomkvist meets her at the dock. He extends his hand. She doesn't take it. Their first meeting is a disaster. Blomkvist talks too much, nervous, filling silences. Lisbeth sits with her arms crossed, saying nothing. He shows her the photographs, the police files, Harriet's list. She looks at the list for about 30 seconds. Then she looks up and says her first full sentence. "This isn't a list of names. It's a list of Bible verses." She's right. The numbers correspond to passages from the book of Leviticus, God's punishments. Each one horrific. Each one corresponding to a murdered woman. Blomkvist knows, this girl isn't just help. She's the key. 2 broken people. One on an island full of secrets, the other burning with a fury she's about to unleash. Their worlds have collided. And nothing will ever be the same. Find out what happens in Part 2, The Hunter and the Hunted.